Alright, guys, go get you some popcorn, sit down, and enjoy this, because this one's going to be a little longer. It's like 3 whole posts of this are her writing something. So, I haven't read it, but I'm sure it ain't going to make no sense, because everything she writes never really makes any sense. So, here we go. We got a skull, another skull, some weird ass looking little creatures, and this long thing. I got these in Mexico. Pretty cool, right? Oh, another note, extremely small creatures, which were tiny little animals, were in the room when I got there, bright with details. So when I saw the baby girl standing beside those cool skull heads, the art from the tiny creatures in my room were the exact art and graphic style as the skeleton heads, so of course I got them. It reminded me of New Orleans, where I am from, Bourbon Street, but way cleaner. I've been there like 3 times now. Alcohol, black magic, dancing, and don't forget we all wear masks and throw beads at each other. If you're extremely drunk and intoxicated, you flash your boobs, but don't worry, I've never done that. Yeah, I don't believe that for a second. I got a taste of that in Mexico. So she didn't flash her boobs there, she did it in Mexico. Is that how you read it? Because that's how I just read that. The best part through, though, is the food. I have to admit in the past that I have lost my faith in God at one point and still struggling sometimes, but I will tell you a secret. I believe in God. I believe God is food. What the fuck? Oh shit. I believe God is food. Call me crazy, call me cuckoo, call me just plain dumb. I don't care. At the darkest, most depressing, unbelievably sad moment in my life, I know I sound silly, but when I was sent to that place and one people that were there told 38-year-old me, "No, I'm sorry, you have to draw another picture after drawing 5. We have 10 more minutes." And that moment, I was so demoralized that I literally wanted to slap her in her formal cashmere sweater, all collared up and free to ask me personal questions all day with no boundaries at all. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? So we're talking about Mexico, and then we're getting drunk at some place in Mexico, and then God becomes food, and then the food becomes a therapist. Okay, I got it. I'm slow. I just didn't get it, guys. I'm sorry. I will never forget this moment. I was about to literally fall over from giving blood. So now you're not at the therapist, you're giving blood. That morning, because I felt so weak, there was fruit on a plate in the fucking kitchen. I didn't ask if I could get up. I just did and ran to the kitchen and grabbed a huge mango and ate the whole thing in literally 2 seconds. I devoured it and made love to it. What the fuck? Cherished it. You are supposed to peel the skin off, but I ate the whole darn thing. In the moment, I realized one thing: no hug, no assistance from another person, no explaining, no words. Honestly, could heal me. I was frankly terrified of people, but I swear to fucking, in that moment, wherever the fruit suit my tongue, my heart, was one of the most spiritual moments of my life. She made me sit down and draw a 6th picture. She was smiling so big at me, And I felt so angry. Why? Because I wanted more. To my family, who took my rights away, to move my feet forward for 4 months, for making me work and be able to be available to a bunch of different people daily, 7 days a week for 4 months with no car, begging my own security who worked for me to let me go outside. Sorry, Mom, you can't go anywhere. You guys are driving my car every day, as my friends would say at home. Your conservatorship is different. We don't know. They watched me change and saw me naked every time. They watched me change and saw me naked every time. They watched me bathe. I could never close my door. They put me on a medicine where I could barely talk. Not one person who worked for me stood up for me. Not one person. They all sat back and visit me on their clock, their availability. And my family went to my condo in Dustin every weekend. Dustin every weekend. My mother is Catholic. Do you think I'm going to listen to her precious moments talking about God? Really? The quiet, evil, seductive, stuck-up talking? Honestly, all hidden from what was done to me, and they go in there and gather around and pray. That's all they did when I went home in my study office. Pray all day. Honestly, what the F were they doing? Anyways, I will give them something to pray about. That I found God is food. God is effing food. PSSSS. The tiny creatures are smaller than my pinkies. What the fuck? Like, we're supposed to be talking about the creatures and somehow that got blown out. Whatever, okay. That was a little weird.